Hello, lovely beings. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to do record it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Welcome, welcome to another Real Talks. I might have people coming on, but maybe not. We'll see what happens. People I invited, they might come still. So but I was like, I'm going to start already because I really wanted to share this with you and about like expressing your truths. And we're like, this is such an important subject for me to really express my truths. And like, I know that more people struggling with this. So I really wanted to share about this subject. I'm Janneke Hellebrekers. I call myself Miss Hellbreaker. So Hellbrekers is my real surname in Dutch. And so I call myself like that because I want to help people break free on all levels. Like I break free myself and I help others to break free as well. Like how can you be as happy and healthy as possible and feeling good about yourself, feeling good inside yourself. And I want to help others as well to liberate themselves emotionally, mentally, energetically, physically, and financially. So with a lot of things, all these things, I give a lot of tips. I feel like that's like, they call it biohacks, like a cheat codes. I want to give you the cheat codes in this matrix, this crazy reality. And I know that a lot of people are like suffering maybe, and it can be easier for you. So I have some ways that helps for me, and then I share this. But I really am also about embodying what I say and doing what I say, and and sharing my truth is one of the biggest things that I do. I do talks, I do videos, I have like more podcasts, and I share everywhere on social media. But I do it with intention to help you. But I get inspired by saying things as well. But like so many years ago, I couldn't say anything. Like I was very shy. I was thinking, what would people think of me? Um, if I said this or say that. And I was like, if I would go into a room and I wouldn't know people, I would be very shy and not knowing what to say. And now I'm making videos, but it also went step by step. And talking in safe spaces in different circles where I could really share my truth. And now I can do that everywhere. But in the past, I was walking on eggshells because I didn't want to trigger anybody. At one point, what triggers certain people, also my job. I didn't want to trigger people. But at one point, you see that everybody has different pain points. Everybody has different wounds. And you holding yourself back, you say a no to yourself. You say no to yourself by not really sharing your full truth. And that costs you energy, not sharing like your full truth. That is what the most energy costs. Because you're thinking like, what can I say? What can I not say? And thinking about it before saying it. No, like it's the best if you can just share whatever you want to share in the moment and what comes up. And then it's like really like there's like some higher force coming through you, guiding you, and whatever you need to say is what you need to say. And also trusting that the right people will hear this. The right people that need to hear this will hear it. Like so many times I share things and people saying, oh, this is exactly what I need to hear. And it's like, oh, for that person, I was sharing it. A lot of times, if I make videos, a lot of times I don't even know what I'm going to share. And especially on different platforms, the short videos. Sometimes I have an intention and I share it, but this one I had already before I wanted to talk about expressing your truth, but also knowing that there's so many truths out there because there's so many people with different perspectives and different ways of seeing into the world. So there's so many different, like we all a whole different universe on itself. And but it's also very fascinating. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has a different culture, upbringing, and they come from different views. So it's really beautiful to learn from each other. And that's why you also need to be open-minded to learn from each other, to learn from your other fellow human beings. And that is a beautiful, beautiful journey. And I teach and I share things, but I always say, always do your own research as well. But be open-minded, be open-minded. Like maybe things, I have some truth in the things that I'm saying. But I'm just figuring this reality out as much as you, but I'm sharing about it so others learn from what I'm sharing as well. And it will be more and more people wanting to learn from each other. Like we are co-creating with, like the more conscious being you are, the more you take responsibility back for your own actions and thoughts and choices. And the more you want to know from each other, you want to learn from each other, you want to learn different perspectives. I have quite some different perspectives than most people. And I think this is like in the beginning, you think you're different, like you're not like normal, you're not like you're different, and you feel like, why can't I be like everybody else? But I'm here to share that difference. I'm here to share a different perspective, a different view on the world, and it can all be there. And that's why like the social media is so beautiful, because you really can share this. And a lot of people are afraid, like, what will people say? But you're doing it for the people that get it and that it helps them. And a lot of people are helped by it. And the more and more people understanding what what I'm doing actually here, is giving you different perspective, different way of living to help you in this journey. And this journey is not always easy. And it's like an unfolding every time you find deeper truths and you deeper truths about yourself and this reality. But it's like you go into the dark things about yourself and you're understanding yourself. But also there's more beauty, there's more love, there's more freedom, there's more openness. If you smile to people, people smile back. If you start sharing, people share back. It's like I come across so many more people that are really open and have the most amazing talks. And then you would never think like that you would be talking about with them like this. And it's about you sharing who you are and opening up about that. And then also it gives other people also permission to share what their perspectives are, what they think is really cool to talk about, or what makes them very exciting or very enthusiastic. I really love talking with people that are passionate about life, that have certain like, I love this and I love this and I share about this. And this is what makes it beautiful. People that are like alive and are passionate and like whatever topic that is for each other. And that's beautiful. And that is what I also call my podcast, Human Light Bulb Podcast, because I share inspiring people that have a unique view or a unique purpose that they share with the world. And I was like, yeah, you need to know this person as well, because they also sharing something really amazing. And yeah, I have quite some people lined up as well in the next week. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. Like, I love that I can just be wherever I am in the world and share and having talks with amazing people everywhere. So I really love that. Really love that. And yeah, and I'm really like, this is really what makes me very exciting, like talking with other people, but also like sharing my own truth. Like I really love sharing that and helping people, but I do also like energy healing courses. I work with energy healing devices. I'm looking up for different income opportunities for people, and I share that as well. I also do a lot of research of what's happening. I do a lot of research about health and detox and fasting. Well, like, how can you use your body? Because your body is such an amazing device, like machine temple. Like, the more you give it love, the more you give it good food, the better you feel. And yeah, I'm eating less and less. Sometimes I just eat one smoothie a day and I feel good with it. But everybody has different, you have to feel it and you have to see what feels good for you. And I also know that's for everybody different. And yeah, I want to just share like what I do. And yeah, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. But yeah, I share about a lot of different things. Like I share about my whole life, and may it inspire you on your journey. Like, and may it also encourage you to start sharing your things as well. Noise up. And may I also encourage you to start sharing your voice and start sharing your perspectives and your views. And more people will want to learn from each other. And instead of, I think celebrity worshipping is over. More people finding out like these people are not having their good intentions for you, just want to have be glorified and make lots of money. And and this is not what it's about. It's about what can you contribute for humanity? What can you contribute for each other? And how can you help each other and support each other? And I found different ways where I can help each other. And I want to increase that even more. And yeah, I'm very excited about a lot of things. So, yeah, a lot of people, when they see me, they think like, oh, that's that crazy happy lady. But it took a lot of work, and it took a lot of shadow work and a lot of healing and a lot of self-growth to be where I am right now, to share what I need to share. And yeah, I'm happy with where I am. And I also know that I'm learning every day and growing, evolving every day. So I haven't seen my best version yet. And I'm still uncovering all the layers from society, like how people should behave and should look and should be, you know, like just like let it all go. Like I'm just me and myself. And I'm like, and the more you are unique yourself and like authentic, the more you are like almost like a character. Like you're a character. You're living your life, and your life is like more interesting than any movie that you can see. So it's really so that's what I want to be. Live your life. And a lot of times I also say live your life, it's if it's the last day, because you never know how long it is. But live your life also as if you have like 1,000 more years to go. What choices would you make then? How would your life be? Would you make healthier choices? Would you take better care of your body and your health? Because a lot of people only change their ways when something happens, like they get sick. Oh, now I'm starting to eat more healthier, or I do that already before, preventative, because I want to feel good in the moment, and I'm very sensitive. I feel immediately if I ate something that doesn't feel good for me. And then I'm like, okay, next time I make better choices. And that's why like health is really, really one of my big topics. Health and fasting and detox is really one of my biggest topics. But also really sharing, like what you have to say, that you need to share it. Like, and I want to encourage other people to share what they need to share as well. And if you want help with it, you can always, you can always DM me, message me. I have a website, misshellbreaker.com. I do energy healings, but also do coaching. And I just because I want everybody just like to be themselves fully. And I was not that. Like in the past, I was shy. I was in some aspects, I was like really like self-confident. Like I was self-confident in my job, self-confident with sporting. But in my relationships and at my family, I was like, it's almost like there was a mask. I couldn't really share what I wanted to share. I was like, I was afraid to be abundant, afraid what would people think of me, afraid they wouldn't like me. Uh, I was like very much about like people pleasing, not having boundaries. Like I wanted to be the good girl. I had so much things on myself, how I should be and how it should be act. I wanted to be as like you have those things that you think like only then and then if I do this and this, then they will love me. And I have to get good grades like in the past. Like only if I put grades their way, they will love me. And I felt that. And I also was very, very perfectionistic. If I made mistakes in my job, I was like devastated. But it helped me to really say like to myself, like, it's okay, people make mistakes. And do I know this mistake in 5 years? No. Why would I at this moment sweat myself, like have so much suffering in this moment for something that I probably not even remember in 5 years? So I let that go more and more, and all of it, I let it go more and more. I'm more myself. I'm just a flawed human being. I'm just figuring this thing out. Yes, I know some things, but I'm also learning a lot of things. And that's why I always have, like, I learn from other people. I learn from everybody I meet on and offline. I learn from my partner. I learn from the people around me. And it is beautiful. It is beautiful. And yeah, and then the human connection is so precious, so precious. Especially if you can be like totally yourself without any judgment with each other. And that's like you have more and more people in your life that treat you with kindness and respect and with love. Because in the past you didn't know what love felt like. People that didn't really fully understood you, judged you, just wanted to see certain parts of you, not the spirit. Like this part is nice, like the happy, joyful part, but the spiritual part, no, we don't want to listen to that. Or like you feel like with who you can talk to and how far you can go. And sometimes, like in the beginning, after my spiritual awakening, I was like, oh, everybody needs to know this, and this they need to know, and this they need. But they got triggered, and then I went too far. So now I just share on social media. I share with the people that really want to know. I have like coaching and healing with people and also newly awakened souls. I'm really grateful to be there for other people. And I know the potential everybody has. Like I'm like rooting for everybody to become more themselves and to be more happy with themselves and more loving towards themselves. And everybody can be more loving towards themselves, can be more kinder towards themselves in your thoughts, in your words, and in everything what you're doing. And that is so beautiful. And that is a really like a journey that you can have with yourself. And make sure that you are the best company you have. Like you are the only person who will always be there with you and for you in your whole life is you. So it's time to take better care of yourself. Take good care of this body, this vessel, and what you have to share. And yeah, and may it be like I hope you also encourages you also to share. Like your story matters. What you have to say matters. Even if it's just like one person thinking, ah, oh, thank you for sharing this. Like, thank you for sharing because that's what I'm here. Like I felt not always heard. I felt not always seen in the past. But you have to give that to yourself. You have to give that to yourself. And also what I didn't feel I didn't receive in the past, that is what I'm giving to others. Everybody has different love languages. I wanted attention. I wanted words of affirmations. And I also know other people also need that. And that is what I'm giving to others. I give what I want to receive. And by giving, I receive it back. And whatever you give, you receive it back tenfold, or maybe like unlimited. Unlimited, you get it back. And that is like the more like the universe really works how you believe it, how you perceive it. And you can change your beliefs, you can change your perspectives. I have different, like, I change a lot of perspectives. Like, you can have different perspectives, and like, which one works best for you? Like, is this or is it this? And also not assuming things, like not taking everything personally, like what people are saying. A lot of times it's the projections um, of themselves on you, what they think that you are thinking about them. And that's not always. And it's interesting, this journey. And it's interesting how you get perceived by others and how you perceive them. But no, it is always a reflection. But some people are not a reflection. If people are like really rude and unkind, there's also a reflection of them, what is going on inside them. And then they say, I saw a quote saying like, when people are like suffering, there's like, are unkind, a lot of times their suffering is spilling over. And then you can have compassion and love for them, but sometimes you don't want them in your life when they're unkind and rude to you. But that's why if you have like self-love, you have better boundaries, and yeah, you take better care of yourself. And it's not always easy, especially when you have to let go of people in your life. And there's a lot of people that let go, a lot of people, like a lot of people on the spiritual awakening are all by themselves. I'm really grateful that I have family and have friends around me, and my partner who is also awakened. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have anybody around them. And that's why I'm really grateful that I sometimes can be that person for other people. Because when I went through it, I had some support, but I know not everybody has that. And it's a lonely journey. It's not an easy journey. But I also get a bit emotional because I went through a lot of things to be where I am right now. So whoever is watching this, no, it's still not an easy journey. And I still get haters. I still get judgment. I still get people assuming things about me. And not everybody knows with how much love and with how many good intention I say this. Because in this society, we almost learned not to trust each other. Because, or assume the worst first and then the best. I was sharing about an amazing income opportunity. People think I'm hacked. People think it's not me. Well, I just want to help people that are suffering and are like financially struggling, because that is what people struggle the most with. And I was already in my normal job, I was helping people with financial problems. I even had like a someone doing like bioresonance, like a diagnose on me. Can't remember the device, but it was like a really amazing device, and they put things around your wrists. And there came out that I was helping people financially already in previous lives. And it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Because a lot of people really despise money, and it's the root of all evil. But it sure makes your life a bit easier when you have it, no? When you get... I'm really grateful that I can just buy the food that I want to buy. I'm not just like, oh, I can't buy blueberries because they're too expensive, or I can't buy this fruit because that is too expensive. I'm really grateful that I always could be able to buy whatever I need. But I just need my normal expenses and fruits. I don't need much. So I mostly do it for for other people as well. Because I don't need much. If I don't have money, I don't spend it, and I'm okay with that. And I have a lot of good feelings inside myself. I know that I have everything I need. But there are also some things that make life easier in certain moments. So, and that's what I want to help people with. I know that's always with a good intention. And if people don't get me or something, they can always ask me questions like, how do you, what is your, why do you say this? Or what is your intention with this? But we all make assumptions. And that's also with that book, The Four Agreements. And it's also one is that, like, don't take anything serious, like, don't take anything personally. That is such a big thing. And don't make assumptions about what people are talking. Like, I did that in the past. And then I did neurolinguistic programming courses. And then it says, like, you don't know what the intention of someone else is. You assume why people doing certain things, but you have no idea. So that's why it's also good to clarify them. Even with my own partner, I have a lot of miscommunications, but he means the best for me, and he wants me to be free as possible. And a lot of times it's miscommunications. Once you know each other, where you come from, what, like, why do you say this? You can always ask. And that's why communication is so important. And that is, yeah. And also and I want to make my communication as best as possible, as clear as possible for everybody. And I did a lot of communication. Yeah, I did in the past. I did like courses in that as well. I did working with people at the social service. I worked with people that were like, yeah, had mental disorders, had like from different upbringings, IQs. I had people were drug addicts, homeless people. And I loved working with everybody. But I was like, I didn't resonate anymore with the system where they had like certain rules and you have to do it in a certain way. I was always like had different things of doing things, and I was all the time like discussing it. But the people knew I wanted to help them. The people knew. Some people saying like, "Oh, you're on the other side, but you're the same as us. Or we were all the same. We all one. We all want to help each other." And I really believe in the goodness of humans. I believe in the goodness of humans, but sometimes we need some healing. We need some self-love. We need some reassurance. We need to know you're not alone. We need to know we are not crazy by viewing the world different. We came here by saying and doing the things the same as everybody always did. We don't make a difference in the world. You make a difference by sharing the difference, by doing it different. We came here not to live in this world. We came here to build a new one, to build a new world with more love and with more kindness. But it takes guts and courage to show up as your true self, to share your true self. This is also like, this also takes guts for me to share this. And I just saw on my Facebook a video from 4 years ago where I share also about peace and being the peace in the chaotic world. And I was already doing this for 4 years ago, and I was like proud of my previous self. Ah, I'm proud of all the versions of myself and how far I come. And I hope you're proud of yourself too. And we're like, I come from Holland, where you're always like, just if you're like normal, you're already crazy enough. And don't put your head above the others, and your head will be cut off. And like being different is not, people don't appreciate you because of your difference. Now more and more people are liking that and appreciating that, but in the beginning not. Like they want you to be the same as you were always was before and as other people. And that's also what society brings you and wants you to be. Like all in the same rat race, doing the same things, people working from 9 to 5 every day, doing the shopping in the weekend. But I also don't judge that. Like everybody has a different way of living and being. And we need all of us. And I respect all of whatever people doing, but I do different choices for me, and I hope also for a lot of people to come to do that as well and work like in a different way. But I also understand a lot of people need to work in society because people need to make money as well. And I love my job, and a lot of people also love their jobs. So, and that is it's about. I want you to be happy with where you are. Are you happy with your job? Go on it. Do you want another job? Like, find something else. Start finding something else. Do you want to start your own business? Do that. I can even help you with it, like to set it up and what kind of things to do. Like I'm here to help you with anything. You can start already next to your normal job. You can, if you're like not happy in your relationship, you can change. You can do like therapy. You can work on your communication. You can work on the relationship. I'm also here if you need help in that. And if it's really not working, you also like only when you tried everything, if you say I did everything, but it's not working, and I worked on myself, I worked on, and then you also sometimes you also need to say like, hey, this is not working. We have to end this. And there's a lot of beautiful people saying like, yeah, we made a choice. We're like not going to it. And that is also takes guts because it's also uncomfortable. In like when you're not happy in your relationship to really acknowledge that for yourself. So that's kind of things of like where you're living. Do you like your house? Do you like the place? Do you want a different way? You can make different choices. In the past, I was already afraid to go to another job, just to put myself out there, like in job interviews. Oh, well, like I was like so shy. And a lot of times the things came out differently than how I wanted to say them. So I got like really like reactions of people that was like really like like really like sometimes it was really like they wanted to be me having like certain norms like what like results, and I was like I just want to help people help themselves, and that is most important. And then they were like, oh, you're not about the results. No, it's like not about like how many results I have. It's about like, is that person happy, and is that person helped, and does that person take responsibility back over their lives? So, and that is not always what people want to hear. So it's interesting. And but sometimes also my words were taken differently, and that is still and but like the people that really understand me like do understand me, and I'm glad that more and more people are understanding me. I have more followers every day, so I'm not because of the followers, but people are like looking for something else, looking for other people that like are genuinely and sharing and having good intentions for people and sharing knowledge. Sharing knowledge, like what's like my experiences, my journey, how I learned things, how it matters for other people. So yeah, and that is really something that I really want to share. Your story matters, your perspectives matters, how you talk to yourself matters, how you talk to others matters, how you really perceive yourself and perceive this reality. Like I have to, like a lot of things, I have different views on reality than most. And it's not easy to share this, because a lot of people don't understand or like have certain ways, like have perceptions about that. But I'm really here to help you remember who you are deep down inside your core. There is so much love inside of that, and so much love that wants to be shared. And there's like sharing your love is also sharing all the good things, your happiness. Like a lot of people like are like the most not sharing about their happiness, like how grateful they are to be alive and to be happy. And oh, look at this flower and look at this person, how beautiful the people are, the places are, like, oh, and or like, oh, this fruit is so delicious. Like I'm so grateful to be alive, so grateful to do whatever I want to do. And so the more beauty coming to me, the more freedom, the more love, the more I can share this. And I'm always very, very happy. If you see me, I'm mostly very happy. And had a burnout. I always came to my work like, good morning, and how are you doing? And even if I had like grumpy clients, I was like, oh, good to listen to hear you again. A long time I didn't speak to you. And like, this is like, people were like, and then I got a burnout. And then one colleague, who's still a friend, I love her to bits. She said, yeah, it needed to happen, your burnout, because you were always too happy. That can't keep up all the time. And I'm like, I'm even now more happier because I'm conscious of it. I'm even more conscious of my happiness in choosing that and being really happy inside of myself. And I get more happier, and I want to share that. Like that's why everything, I'm very happy about it. I want to make videos about it. It's like I want to share my happiness. And that's what I want to do. Like, you can just be happy and thriving and mastering this reality and making different choices. And how does it feel for you? And are you living your dream life? And what choices can you make even more? Like, I think I'm living the dream life for a lot of people. Like, for a lot of people were like thinking like I was living the dream life when I was in Portugal off grid. For a lot of people, I was living the dream life. For a lot of people, I was living the dream life, living in South Spain, at the Costa del Sol, where there's much more sun than where I came from. And a lot of people think I'm living the dream life. Like now, when I'm living in Mexico, being much in the sun and near the sea, eating lots of fruits. But for everybody, it's different. What is your dream life? What is your dream life? And how do you want to be? And what steps you can take to become a better version of yourself? And I'm always researching like also a lot of things, like also a lot of the organizing things, but I do it all myself. Like I make my own website, I make my own, like I post a lot, I make videos, I make podcasts, I record it, I post it on places. My podcast now also on Spotify, not all of them yet, and but it's coming. And I have more and more amazing people, that I want to have talks with. And that is something that really gets me very excited. Having talks with amazing conscious beings and learn from each other, co-creating this reality. And I'm very excited about everything. And I'm very excited about life in general. Like, where will I be in half a year? Who will I be in half a year? Like, this is like you didn't even meet your best version yet. How cool is that? Once you're on this journey of growth and evolving and learning, and then you also understand you have unlimited potential. We are like the superhumans. We have like upgrades, and we are more ourselves, and we will like it's like literally last week I'm doing a yoga pose. I'm a yoga teacher, like also, but I doing like literally like a yoga pose that I could never reach a certain point, never reach. And last week I suddenly reached it. Like I am more flexible in my mind, and I'm also getting more flexible in my body. So that's really cool. Like this is like I also did it when I was like healing myself, and I suddenly were walking more straight. My shoulders were more to the back. Like the more you heal, the more your body also heals, and that is really interesting. And yeah, so it's like you heal on all levels, you evolve on all levels, and yeah, I help people with that on different levels, and I'm really that is what I really love. Yesterday, if I don't have healings, I have like exchanges with other healers, and that is also beautiful. If I give a healing, I'm like completely like naturally high after that, because I feel like I was so close to source, and um, I am that more and more in every moment. And whatever needs to come comes to me. I feel connected, and the more you are that, like you're more like. Before I needed to meditate every day to feel that connection with myself, to feel my inner and outer, to feel if I'm calm or not, if I am like too much anxiety, but and when I need what in the moment of my life. But now more and more I am conscious in the moment. I'm enjoying the moment. Like it's about being conscious wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And that can be in anything. Like you can just bring that consciousness wherever you are, like with whoever you are with, and with whatever job you are. You can bring that consciousness there, and you can bring your joy there and your happiness there. And that is also very, very like it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. And yeah, and I also what I like most is making videos and talking with people. And this is the first real talk I'm by myself, but I didn't even know I would go on that until now. But I really want to encourage other people to share what you need to share everywhere, because everybody has different like wounds. You never know how people will react. But also it's about taking responsibility over your own wounds. So also when you are getting triggered, like you feel it before you react immediately, because a lot of people react immediately from like flight, freeze, or like go in attack mode, defense mode. But first feel it, and then once the emotion is gone, then you can talk with each other about it. Then you can talk, and I'm gonna see that you can really thank you for the people also watching. I hope yeah, you always welcome to ask me any questions. Also, that's why I have my YouTube here on as well. Yes, I'm really grateful for everybody, and like I do this, I learn from myself. I get inspired by my own words, and it's also remembering like the things, why I do the things, and learning, like hearing that again. Why do I do what I do? And it's for you to know that, but also for myself, a remembrance. Like I feel like I have a big purpose, and I feel like I'm living my purpose. And helping others is something that is what I'm here for, and helping myself, of course. Because once I embody and what I say I do, people come to me and people understand, like, hey, she found out some things, and I want to learn from her. But I also want you to take responsibility back for yourself In what way can you change your life even for the better? What choices can you make? How can you talk to yourself? What is it what you want to bring into this world? And for me, that's really all about like liberation as much as possible in myself, like my body. Oh, I love being in my body, and like yoga and dancing is like, and this, and I love being in my body. And but it's also like energetically, how good are you feeling? Emotionally, like feeling all the emotions that come up. I'm very sensitive, like I very quickly cry, but it's also something beautiful. It's also something beautiful if you can share your emotions and you share who you really are in your like core. And also yeah, on all levels, mentally also, like being aware of what your thoughts are and how you can create them, and also being aware of your subconscious programming that you have. That's like a lot of times when you're triggers, it's because you have like certain things in your head that you think you should be acting or you should be saying, or this is your belief from the past. It's really interesting, this whole reality. It's really, really interesting, and you learn more and more. And I really feel like yeah, I free myself and then I free others. And that's why I miss Hellbreaker. I break free from hell, Matrix, society, whatever. I break free from hell, helping others free themselves, and then to realize that you're already in paradise. It's a frequency. The more things, the more love comes to you. The more you are loved, the more love comes to me. It's a reflection. It's a mirror. The more you have good thoughts, the more you have good deeds, the more you have good thoughts, the more you share good things with people, the more you have good intentions, the more love will come on your way in so many different ways. And it's rewarding. It's rewarding. Sometimes I'm like, it's still not all there. Like, no, you also have to be patient. I talked just today with someone else who was also a fellow healer. I want it already today, not tomorrow. Like, but she was like, I need to also more patient. But it's the biggest learning. It's like patience, being more patient with yourself and others and the whole world and like this whole reality. But also really fighting for, but you're not fighting, like inspiring actions, like really, what are you choosing? What are you focusing on? Your attention is what matters. What do you want to focus on? What is your legacy to the world? What do you want to bring? What do you want to share about? I want to write books. I want to give workshops. I want to live in nature, and I want to help others to heal and grow and learn and detox the bodies and be more healthier and feeling better about themselves. And I'm all about that. So and sharing your truth. That is one of the most important things. That's why I'll make videos everywhere, because like I know what it is to not being able to communicate my real truth, not being able to share what I need to share. I've felt not seen, not heard, like ignored. I felt it all. But you can give that to yourself. You can learn from that. You can see those patterns. You can heal from that. And you can be that conduit. Like what you missed in this world, you bring. And your biggest wounds sometimes is your biggest healer as well, because we're all wounded healers. What is your wound? What you learn from your wound? My wound is like thinking like I'm not good enough, or all sorts of things that were not enough. And by cultivating self-love and understanding, know thyself, knowing yourself more and more, understanding yourself more and more, it's really it gets better. Like you like in your own energy, you're feeling in your own energy. It's like the world is like a different place. Like you don't need anything. You're just good anyway. So like, and that is something. If that feeling, like I had that the first time I did a yoga session. I felt my own energy, and it was for the first time. I knew, regardless what would happen around me, I can feel that peace. I can feel the joy. I can feel that love inside myself. And that is what I want you to remember, that you have that inside yourself and you can feel that and you come back to that. And there's different ways of connecting with yourself. And once you have that, you don't need anything else. And everything else is extra. It's like bonus. It's like a bonus. And it gets better and better. And that's what I want to let people know. It's like this universe gets better and better. And it gets better and better for me. But I have moments that I'm like, oh, this is not happening. And why is this? But sometimes you have like, you take the bow arrow back, like 2 steps forward and 1 step back, 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Like sometimes you have like transition moments, in between moments, and then you, boom, you go again. So it's like, or you have a new upgrade, or you feel like a new ego death, or like a dark night of the soul, and then you're going through it, and it can be very yucky. I have a lot of sadness. Other people have like frustration or anger. Like everybody has different like emotions that are the most coming up for them. I feel mostly sadness, and I just need to feel it. But how is it like? I have a lot of people see me crying. I was like, oh, I wish I could do that. You can let yourself feel and say it to yourself. I let myself feel whatever needs to feel. I had several times that I knew there was something subconsciously going on, like a deep emotion. And I say, bring it up, let me feel this, let me feel this. And then just came. Holding space for yourself and feel what needs to be felt in any moment. But that's not only the bad things, but it's also the good things. Like just feel those as well, your happiness and your joy and your like, yeah, that is something like a lot of people are not even sharing that so much. So really share that as well. Express your full expression that you are. You're much more than you think you are. And there's so many more layers to you, but also really see those layers and be happy with those layers that you are, and the person that you are and how far you come. And yes. And that is so important. So, and I'm always very grateful for anybody who comes to me, and yeah, and and hope you are inspired by what I'm sharing here. And I'm gonna be sharing even more. I like webinars and workshops and courses and whatever. Like there's so much to unravel and so much things that I learned through the journey that I want to share with others, because it's good to learn from each other and to also share all your mistakes, because then other people can learn. They don't have to make the same mistakes. Or maybe they have to because they need to have that experience. Like it's also good. But I still want to, share about everything. So that's what I'm here, and that's my intention. And I want, hope you get inspired to share your truth in whatever way that is, wherever that is, and what feels good for you. And know whatever you share, you trigger people anyway. So it is what it is. And at least on social media, sometimes if they're too disrespectful, you can block them or delete comments and that kind of thing. So you have it in your own hands. But when it's respectful, I like also to hear different perspectives of people. So you feel when it's like disrespectful or like just a different point of view or a different opinion or different perspective, and then you learn from it as well. So thank you for listening. And I put my links underneath here, like Miss Hellbreaker. And It's funny that it's like this, like we had conversations every time with more people, and the moment we're talking about expressing your truths, then I was by myself. But yeah, you can express your truths also by yourself. And that is what the social media is so beautiful. You can talk and then you find your own truths, because some people have trouble like sharing things or like making videos, and you can just make a video on your own phone. If you don't like it, you can delete it, you can change it, you can edit it, you can edit certain things out. If you say too much sometimes I have that and I see that and I sometimes, but mostly I don't change anything, because I'm like, yeah, also the things also when I'm looking forwards, it's also okay. So that's why I want to let you also know, like, that it's all okay. And people like realness, like seeing people that are just themselves and sharing what they want to share, because it's necessary in this world. Like, at one point, no one wants to watch those fake celebrities anymore that anyway worshipping some evil deities. Um, it gets more clear. It gets more and more clear what certain people are about. So and then it's like a shift, and more people are waking up. So I'm grateful for every new person that wakes up. And yeah, so yeah, grateful for whoever is watching, and also if you're watching in the future. Yeah. So thank you for listening, and may you be inspired by even more of my videos and my podcasts, but also other really, really cool human beings. And wish you all the best on your journey and towards yourself. May you become more and more yourself, more authentically real, and may that feel good inside of yourself, and may it feel good for you. And yeah, so universe gives you the permission to be even more yourself, to express more your truths, and to be even more yourself in any moment without any fear what people think of you or what they will say. You can handle anything and you can deal with anything, and it will all be okay.